Hey guys, Dr. Michigan Piper coming to you from the Pipe Rest today, and it has been a minute since I have done a Analogies of Faith video, and I thought I was done with it. Always thought it'd be nice to have some more, but just haven't been feeling it, and this is why I leave my series, any series that I do, I try to leave open because I want to go back to it. Well, here we are, man. It's got to be close to 2 years later. But I had something I was thinking about today, and I thought it'd be good for a video. Smoking my Dr. Greybo Savoy, and in it I am smoking Captain Black Platinum, like a true codger. So anyway, I was thinking today, I got an anvil. If you guys have been following me, you know that I do a little bit of forging, nothing major, and I took a picture, which I hope to make that the thumbnail for this. If not, I'll put it here. And I took a picture of it. It just looks like such a cool picture, to have that anvil sitting in my shop. And I don't know why I was thinking about today. This was last weekend, I think, that I got it. And I don't know why I was thinking about it like I was today, but got to think about the anvil and the hammer. And the hammer's new too, and new to me, I should say. And it's a really good anvil. The guy I bought it from, that's what he does. He goes to our church, and he knows all forging stuff. I mean, he's walking along all these anvils, and he's like, "This is this type of anvil, that type of anvil. This was made in this year." Blah 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 blah. One of the things he would do is he'd go down through, and he had a ball bearing about yay big, and he'd bounce them on these anvils. And the higher the bounce, the better the return, which I'm not get too much in the details in it, but basically the higher the bounce, the better the anvil. Well, the one that I got, he gave me a great deal on, had some chipping on the edges, which didn't concern me any because I don't use the edges as much. But it had one of the highest returns of all the anvils there. And so I was like super excited about it. I got it for a good price. Nobody else wanted it because the edges were chipped. And it worked out for me. So I get this thing home, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, man, that looks nice in the shop. That nice big, it's a 185-pound anvil. I mean, that's awesome. And I was thinking about it today, and I'm like, as cool as it is, as nice as it is, that anvil does not make me a blacksmith. And that just kind of led me down this rabbit hole. It doesn't matter what you do. The tool doesn't make you who you are. The wrenches don't make the mechanic. And the ribbons and metals don't make the soldier. Excuse me. The pen doesn't make the writer. Now, these are all tools that these people use. But if they just have them and they set them down in front of them, it doesn't make them who they are. And of course, like my mind does, it starts to work and think through things, and I thought how that is such a good word picture for your faith, right? Having a Bible doesn't make you a Christian. There's plenty of songs and stuff out there about dusty Bible on the table or whatever. And knowing about God doesn't make you a Christian. I've heard a lot of people are like, I know who God is. I don't need to go to church, and I'm not going to fight that argument here, but I guess the point to the whole conversation is that that tool does not make you a Christian. It's funny because I went to Costa Rica on a mission trip a few years back, and we all had to have our own verse, like life verse. What's your life verse, right? I'm like, I don't have a life verse, but what it boils down to me, everybody, a lot of the people have these lovey-dovey, feel-good verses. Not me. My verse was James 2:19, which is, you believe there is a God? Good. So do the demons, and they shudder. Some people, I can just hear some people is like, why would that be your life verse? So, well, it's not to be judgmental. It's a message to me. It's a message to myself that, hey, you're a Christian. Yeah, you're a Christian. You love God. You have a relationship with Him. But don't slack off. Don't think just because that Bible sits on your end table that you're a Christian. You need to. And James talks about works and faith without works and all that stuff. And I'm not going to dive too deep into that here, but there needs to be something to show for that. You know what I mean? There needs to be something more than just, yep, there's a God, right? So I just thought that was a good analogy that, that hammer and that anvil sitting there, those don't make me a blacksmith. And thought it kind of related well. So guys, that's all I got for today. I hope you all are doing well. And until next time, you take care.